The United States and Russia will hold much anticipated talks in early January on European security and the Ukraine conflict after Moscow demanded NATO halt its eastward expansion. A spokesperson for the U.S. National Security Council told AFP late Monday that the talks with Russia will take place January 10th. Russia's deputy foreign minister confirmed the date Tuesday and said the talks will take place in Geneva, where U.S. President Joe Biden and Russian leader Vladimir Putin met for their first summit in June. Moscow and NATO representatives are also expected to meet January 12th, while the Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe, which includes Russia and the United States, will address the tensions the following day. The Kremlin has grown increasingly insistent that the West and NATO are encroaching dangerously close to Russia's borders. The United States has ordered an aircraft carrier to remain in the Mediterranean in a bid to reassure European allies amid fears Russia will invade Ukraine, an official said Tuesday. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin ordered the USS Harry S. Truman aircraft carrier strike group to stay in the region and hold off on its scheduled onward voyage to the Middle East. The move comes despite an agreement by the United States and Russia to hold those aforementioned talks January 10th. The Taliban released a prominent Afghan TV station owner Tuesday who was detained for 2 days, according to the independent media monitoring group Afghanistan Journalist Center. A joint survey released last week by the Afghan Independent Journalists Association and Reporters Without Borders found that at least 40% of the country's media outlets have disappeared. It also found more than 80% of Afghan women journalists have lost their jobs over the last 4 months. Rapid COVID home tests are more likely to give a false negative with the heavily mutated Omicron variant compared to earlier strains, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration said Tuesday. The news comes as the country is facing a massive surge in cases that experts say is being undercaptured as a result of a testing crunch with long wait times for the more accurate PCR tests and home kits in extremely short supply. In a statement, the FDA said it was collaborating with the National Institutes of Health to study the performance of home tests, also known as antigen tests, against patient samples containing live versions of the Omicron variant. The FDA said it would continue to authorize the use of antigen tests and that individuals should continue to use them in accordance with the instructions. Flight cancellations that disrupted holiday travel stretched into Tuesday. Staffers calling out sick because of COVID-19 have left airlines short in recent days. Airline tracker FlightAware says airlines have canceled nearly 150 flights to, from, or inside the U.S. by early Tuesday afternoon. FlightAware data show that airlines have also delayed at least 620 flights to, from, or inside the U.S. by early Tuesday afternoon. Several airlines say that COVID-19 was causing staffing problems. Other factors, such as weather, have played a role as well. Demand for free COVID-19 test kits provided by Madrid's regional government far outstripped supply Tuesday, with long lines forming outside pharmacies as nationwide infections continued to climb amid the Omicron variant's rapid expansion. Spain's coronavirus infection rate hit a new record with a 5-fold rise since the beginning of December, according to health ministry data. But hospitals remained under much less strain than in previous waves of the pandemic, as the government reported that 80% of the population older than 60 had received a booster vaccine dose. The Associated Press reports the Nicaraguan government has seized the former embassy and diplomatic offices of Taiwan, saying they belong to China. President Daniel Ortega's government broke off relations with Taiwan this month, saying it would recognize only the mainland government. Taiwan's Foreign Relations Ministry called Nicaragua's moves, quote, gravely illegal actions of the Ortega regime, end quote. Reuters is reporting that Hong Kong prosecutors Tuesday filed a new charge of sedition against jailed media tycoon Jimmy Lai, who already faces charges under a tough national security law that critics say has stifled freedoms in the Asian financial hub. The founder of the pro-democracy Apple Daily newspaper appeared in court
Hi, thank you for watching. I hope the videos are useful for you. Please subscribe to my channel using the button below.